One of the most important things you can do to make sure that your e-learning courses are accessible is to add alt text to the images that need it. And in this video, we'll show you how to use the AI assistant in Storyline 360 to automatically generate that alt text. On the screen right now, I have a Storyline file with a single slide that has 4 images on it. And these 4 images are an AI generated image using AI assistant in Storyline 360, a screenshot from a website, so not a download of a picture, but just a screenshot, an illustration from the Storyline content library, and an icon from the content library. So let's look at how we can add alt text to all of these images using the AI assistant. The first way is really simple. We'll just right-click on the image and go down to the Accessibility tab. This image was created with AI Assistant with the image generation, so there is some alt text already there about a lifelike dinosaur driving a military tank because that was part of the prompt from creating the image itself. To create new alt text, we'll go ahead and select this Generate Alt Text button. I am going to get a prompt here letting me know that my media is temporarily processed to generate that alt text but isn't stored or retained. So I'll click Yes and wait for that alt text to be generated. It gives me that alt text, a dinosaur model perched atop a military tank at an outdoor event with tents, colorful bunting, and people in the background. I think that looks pretty good, and it's 128 characters, and so I will go ahead and close out of this first example. If you prefer to do all of the alt text at one time, you can use Storyline's media library to help you out with that. Under the View tab is the Media Library, and within the Media Library, I see the images in my course. We've already added the alt text for this first image, so I'll move on to the computer illustration, which currently just has the name of the item from the content library, Computer Illustration 2. If I select Generate Alt Text, I get that same message. We'll close out of that and generate the alt text for this image. As you can see, it's pretty fast. If I needed to change any of this, I can click in here and change any of the alt text that was created. If I'm happy with it, then I'll just leave it alone and move on to my next image. Now, this one was an image that was a screenshot taken from a website. So there's really no data to go along with this image under the hood. It is just a screenshot. And when I choose Generate Alt Text, the AI assistant really is identifying what's going on in this image. It is, in fact, a giant axe sculpture with a yellow handle displayed outdoors. I'm happy with that alt text, and I'm ready to close out of my media library. Now I have one last image that I need to deal with here on my slide, and that is the content library icon. Icons don't show up in the media library, so if I am going to add alt text to them, I need to do it here on the slide. And most icons are made up of multiple items. If I look at this item on the timeline, I can see that it has an arrow next to it. And selecting that arrow shows me that this icon is made up of 5 freeform objects. The easiest way to make sure you have the entire icon selected to add your alt text to it is to just right-click on the item here on your timeline section and choose the Accessibility tab from there. That will take me right back to the same window that I had when we created the alt text for that dinosaur image. And I'll move my window over here just so we can see that icon and go ahead and generate that alt text. I get my alt text, a simplistic black and white outline of a desktop computer setup, including a monitor, keyboard, mouse, and CPU tower. If I'm happy with that, I can close out of this, or if I want to take out part of this alt text, I can select it, delete, and edit however I want. And that's it for this video on how to generate alt text with AI Assistant in Storyline 360. Thanks for watching. Here at UConn Learning, our goal is pretty simple. We're all about making e-learning easy for everyone. You can check us out at uconnlearning.com.